Hello everyone, welcome back to Road Reg. On today's video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should consider the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres for your next tyre purchase. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Oh boy, it's a hot day today. That's a bit tight, guys. What the hell? Who's flipping parked like that? That's ridiculous. Sorry. This video is designed for people who are a bit overwhelmed with tyre choice. Now, look, us tyre geeks, we know what's going on. We know the situation. We got Goodyears, we've got Hankook Ventus Primes, asymmetric 6s, Michelin Cup 2s. Most people that follow my channel will know the difference between a Michelin Pilot Sport 5 and a Cup 2, right? They all know the basic difference that tyre is a road legal semi-slick tyre, okay? But I appreciate that not everyone knows that. You might just be looking for your next set of tyres for your car and you want to get the best tyre money can buy because you just want to have the best grip and you want your car to be as safe as it possibly can. All right, let's get into it. Reason number 1, the grip. Oh my word, guys, the grip is absolutely tremendous. I'm on my second set of PS5s. So when I bought this M140i, the OEM tyre for this car was the Michelin Pilot Super Sports. Now this car, well, or shall I say, this platform has been out for a long time now. So it all started with the F20 BMW M135i. And that tyre and wheel setup is exactly the same as it is now, basically. There is no difference other than the fact that on the Shadow Edition, the colour of the wheels is Orbit Grey and not Ferret Grey. But the wheel size is exactly the same. And back then, in 2012, tyre technology was a little bit different. At the time, the Michelin Pilot Super Sport was the king of the Michelins. Now, I'm not talking about the Cup 2 tyres, or the semi-slicks, those are different, but the fast road tyre was the Michelin Pilot Super Sport. That was the creme de la creme of road tyres back then. But obviously, we're in 2025 now and things have moved on tremendously. My M140i has always been a bit scrappy in the wet, especially with those Super Sports. There's been numerous times where the back end has just come out on me for no apparent reason. It might have been because I just lifted off the throttle and unsettled the car just enough for it to shift the weight to the front and then the back end's gone. So you could blame that on me, but I have had times where it has done unpredictable things in the wet and it's just a bit scrappy. I remember thinking to myself, gosh, this car really isn't that fun in the wet. Oh, it's amazing in the dry. And I can see why people would choose the Golf R, because that car is absolutely tremendous in the wet. It doesn't matter what tyre you put on that car, it just has so much mechanical grip. But with this car, that's always been its Achilles heel, until I put the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres on and it absolutely transformed this car. Its wet grip is almost as good as its dry grip. Honestly, they are fantastic. I cannot praise these tyres enough. They are incredibly predictable in all conditions. They're really progressive. They have buckets of grip in the dry. They have loads of grip in the wet. Now, I am aware that there are other tyres that are just as good as the Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on the road, and I think that would probably be the Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric 6s. Now, I really want to try those tyres, but I've just put these Michelin Pilot Sport 5s back on the car. I've had a fresh set put on last year, I think in October. I popped them on. I want to test those tyres because 1, I want to experience them myself and see how they fare compared to the Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on this car. But 2, I'd quite like to review them for you guys. So those might be my next set of tyres for this car. But the grip on these Michelin Pilot Sport 5s is tremendous. The lateral grip in particular is mind-boggling. Like, it almost could be dry, and the grip from a get-go is equally as impressive. When I looked at the tyre reviews for this tyre, it was the best in wet braking. So even if you're not into cars or you're just not fussed about getting geeky, you just want to put the best tyres for your car so it's safe for yourself or you and your family, you know, you're putting your kids in the car and you just want a great tyre that's going to keep you safe, well, the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 will do that. And my last point on grip would be that I know that these tyres would perform well on track too. The Michelin Pilot Sport 4s were fantastic on track. Okay, you can overheat them fairly quickly. You know, on a hot summer's day, if you're driving at 8 temps, you know, you're going to have to manage the temperature a little bit because they do have a soft compound, which is amazing for grip, but they're going to heat up very quickly. But other than that, they can absolutely handle the Michelin Pilot Sport 5s a track day. So if you're thinking about, hey, I want to get a fantastic tyre for my little sports car, but I also want to do a couple of track days a year and just have a laugh, I just want to enjoy it, Michelin Pilot Sport 5s is going to be perfect for you because you can just fit and forget. Simple as that. Reason number 2, price and affordability. These Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres are often on 10 to 20% discount codes on Black Circles, which is a fantastic tyre website that I highly recommend you check out and get your tyres. The way it normally works is it's buy more than 4 and you get 10 to 20% off. It varies throughout the year, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna buy 4 tyres because that's a set. I know that that doesn't help if you're buying 2, because obviously if you just wanna do the rear axle or the front axle, for example, this is a rear wheel drive car, and that means that the rear tyres are gonna wear out quicker than the fronts. So logic would dictate that you would just need to change the rears, which would mean you wouldn't get the discount. But if you are looking to get a set, definitely check out Black Circles. They often do these discount codes on Michelin tyres and it makes them really affordable. And actually, I've told my friends about these tyres and how much I pay for them. They're very aware that this car is a performance car, and I think in their minds, because not all of my friends are into cars, they probably expect the tyres on this car to be really expensive, because generally speaking, people who don't know anything about cars just naturally assume that everything is going to be expensive. But they are very surprised when I tell them how much I got a set of Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres for this car. Now, this does vary based on how big your wheels are or how wide they are, but on the M140i, they are extremely affordable. Guys, as I'm editing this video, I've just gone onto Black Circles to have a little look at how much they're going to cost for a full set, because obviously prices always fluctuate, especially with tyres. And they're actually doing right now, obviously this will probably change if you watch this video in a few weeks or in 6 months time, but just keep checking on blackcircles.com. But right now we can get the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 225/40, which is the front tyre, and 245/35, which is the rear tyre. So 4 tyres in total with a 15% discount code. Ready for this? £470. That's less than I paid for the current set that I have now. 470 quid for 4 premium Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres. That's incredible. All right, reason number 3. I've been looking forward to this one, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's 2 things that I'm going to combine into this one reason, and that is comfort and versatility. So let's start with the comfort. I'm on a really pumpy road at the moment, and these tyres soak up the bumps really well. Going back to speaking to Lewis about his Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on his Golf R, he was kind of not too happy with the ride on his Golf R. He says it's quite harsh at slow speeds. He doesn't have the DSS or whatever it's called, adaptive suspension. So he has been telling me recently that it's quite harsh at slow speeds and quite brutal. Now he's just recently told me, because he's just put the PS5s on the Golf R, that the ride comfort has dramatically improved because of those tyres. And the reason why that's the case is these tyres, not only do they have a soft compound, they have a very soft sidewall as well, which means you get a bit of flex in the tyre. The little imperfections and bumps in the road are going to have a little bit of extra absorption. And actually I've had the same experience with the 1 Series, because when I got that car it was on the Michelin Pilot Supersport tyres and standard passive suspension, and you know how much I've banged on about the ride quality of this car with the passive setup. And yes, the BA dampers really transformed the car, but adding the Michelin Pilot Sport 5s have just smoothened everything out. It's just so lovely to cruise in, especially on long journeys. These tyres are available in a range of different sizes, which means no matter what you're driving, whether it be an M140i, M2, Golf GTI, Golf R, even a Polo, anything, Vauxhall Corsa, you should be able to find this tyre in your size, which is great news because it makes them so much more accessible. They've been tested on a range of different cars, which means no matter what you put it on, you're going to get really good results. It's not going to favour one particular type of car, it's just gonna work. I'm interested to see what type of cars people are rocking the Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on, so let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped and it might have made your tyre purchasing decision a little bit more easier. Now you've had 4 reasons technically as to why you should buy these tyres. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching, take care of yourselves and I'll see you again in the next video.